Welcome, everybody, to the 2022 Zero Fox Sports Card Fantasy Football Draft. I'm your host, this pre-host. I guess it's like a pre-game kind of pre-draft show. But I am your host, Matt Brown from Hotbox Cards. And we got a great show for you tonight. We are going to talk about the pre-draft. We're going to talk a little bit about how the draft's going to go. We're also going to be live during the whole draft, giving you my expert analysis pick by pick, if I can keep up. It's sometimes a little tricky to get kept up with everything, but we're going to give you some expert analysis on what we think is going to win. Before we look into 2022, let's go back last year. The 2021 Zero Fox Sports Card League was won by yours truly. That's why I'm wearing my glorious until victorious shirt, because I was victorious last year, and I plan to be victorious this year as well. So we have 14 of the best fantasy football players going to be in this league that Dave, our commissioner, has put together from Zero Fox Sports Card. That's a mouthful. Zero Fox Sports Card Fantasy Football League. The draft is going to start at 3:30. We are going to get up. Hey, Dave, the commissioner is on the show right now. What's up, everybody? Good vibes. It's good to have you, Dave. Of course, Dave is the commissioner of the Zero Fox Sports Card League. The draft is going to get started at 3:30. We're going to do a little bit of analysis before and then during the draft as well. So while we do this, let's go ahead and share the draft screen so people can start seeing it now. Let me find it here. Here we go. So this is the ESPN, and we do this through ESPN. And this is, if you notice here, let's just go down the picks here. Number one is Card Shark Chris. And yours truly has the number. Now, this is a little bit of a controversy. Card Shark Chris has the number one pick. And Dave has finally come up with a way to randomize the actual start. Because the last 2 years, Dave's had the number one pick. So, but this year, Dave does not. So hopefully that's a good, that might be a better omen for Dave. There's a lot of pressure on him the last couple of years having the number one pick. But let's see if he can do well not having the number one pick. Yours truly is at number 2, which I really don't like number 2. I wish I was number 3, actually. Because I made a comment that I wasn't going to select Christian McCaffrey, the number 2 pick. And now I'm kind of leaning toward Christian McCaffrey. Now, this is a full point PPR league. So those catches really add up. The other guys I'm kind of considering are Cooper Kupp. I expect Card Shark Chris to go with Jonathan Taylor unless something weird happens. But I don't know what I'm going to do at number 2. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Number 3 is Z Panda. And I'm not sure who that is. Most of these I don't know. Tijuana Card Guy, the Wall Jumpers is number 4. Number 5 is Stix G. I know Stix G. I've seen him on his YouTube channel as well. Yeah, it did work in my favor both years. It did. So 25 Perez, how you doing, sir? So let's see. Where are we at now? Tijuana Card Guy. Stix G is number 5. Big Kurt Fat Daddies, the Kentucky Fat Daddies, number 6. That's going to be a really good spot. You're right in the middle, kind of in the middle of all the good picks. Number 7 is our commissioner, Dave, over at Zero Fox Sports Cards. That's another good spot. You know, you're not going to get, like me at number 2 and Card Shark Chris at number 1. We're going to have to wait a long time to get our second picks, guys. Noodles is number 8. And the Alaska Noodles, my apologies, to be determined or to be announced is pick number 9. The Trash Pandas are at number 10. The Los Angeles Trash Pandas. Our buddy over at RTS Sports Card is number 11, the Hitmen. And actually, these picks at the end of the first round might be pretty good too, because they're going to get that wraparound picks a little bit. So, Inconsequential Mockeries is number 12. San Diego Hollis or whatever is number 13. And the Beard is number 14, folks. Number 14 is the Beard. So, number 1 pick, I would think Card Shark Chris. I don't know if he'll be on or not tonight, but I would think he would have to go with Jonathan Taylor. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. Again, this is a full PPR league. I don't know if I can show you. I think I won't do that right now, but full point PPR league. So the catches do add up. You get points, of course, for yards and touchdowns and everything like that. But Some leagues do half-point PPR. Some leagues do no point PPR, and we, of course, do the full point. So basically, you get 1 point for every catch. So that really bumps your wide receivers up into more drafting than even the running backs. And if you notice here on the left-hand side here, let's go over to my team. You start 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex, which can be a running back, wide receiver, or tight end, a defense, and a kicker. I thought last year we did 3 wide receivers, but it looks like we're doing 2 with a flex. And I have a feeling a lot of people are probably going to be doing 2 wide receivers and then a 3rd wide receiver as the flex. That would be most teams' game plan. But this league's kind of weird. You have people with a lot of experience like myself, and then you have people with like middle of the road experience and people with not very much experience at all. So a lot of different, way people play. I remember last year, old Rob drafted Graham Cano, the kicker for the Giants, in the 4th or 5th round. It was pretty bad. So we'll see what happens this year. I always tell people you're not going to win your fantasy football league in the first round, but you can lose your fantasy football league in the first round. You make a really bad pick in that first round, you can lose, but you're not going to win. You win your fantasy football leagues later on, I think with 14, okay, the commissioner has spoken. He said with 14 teams, he decided to drop it to 2 wide receivers. Probably smart, because we would probably be doing 3rd, 4th string wide receivers, I would think. Man, my nose is itchy like crazy. Somebody must be thinking about me. So that was probably a good idea, dropping that to 2. But yeah, you win your mostly fantasy football leagues in the middle rounds. That's where middle to late rounds, getting those guys that overproduce. That's how you're going to win your fantasy football league, the draft part. But of course, just having a good draft doesn't mean you're going to win the league. You need to have a good draft. You also need to use the waiver wire correctly. You need to keep up on injuries, getting guys out of the lineups that are hurt, and getting guys in. You need to follow the waiver wire and picking up guys as well during the season. Yours truly, I've been playing fantasy football and fantasy sports for 33 years now. Okay, I was playing back when we had to mail in our lineups before the internet. You had to mail in your lineup. Okay, you had to have it there postmarked before Sunday, so it had to be postmarked Friday or Saturday to get it in. But yeah, we had to mail our lineups in. I played in this one league that was all around the country. And to make trades or anything, you had to call somebody on the phone, heaven forbid. So I was 12 years old when I first started, and I would have adults calling me at 12 trying to make trades. So, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. But I've been playing since I was 12. So I've had some good success. I haven't won millions of dollars, but I've won some fantasy prize leagues on the NFL.com website. I've done pretty well in fantasy sports. I've, been a commissioner for many years too in fantasy sports as well. Did the Mickey Mantle sell for over 12 million? It actually did. We'll be talking about that tomorrow night. 25 Perez. We will talk about that tomorrow night. But back to our fantasy football draft. So we talked a little bit about Card Shark Chris having the number 1 pick. Probably going to be Jonathan Taylor. Just a beast in Indianapolis. The amount of yards and touchdowns he gets, and he's just going to be pretty good. Number 2, that's where I'm kind of stuck. I'm at number 2. I'm looking at Christian McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp, or Austin Eckler. Now, earlier in the day, I was leaning toward Austin Eckler, but I'm kind of leaning back to, I don't know. I'm back and forth between Christian McCaffrey or Austin Eckler. Cooper, if I had the 3rd pick, I would probably, I would put Cooper Kupp in there too. It's my philosophy would be to try to get a running back here in the first 2 picks. And then I got to get a wide receiver coming around in the next round of the draft. But I don't know what's going to be left in wide receiver area. So I have number 3. Number 3 pick, I think, is a good spot for Z Panda, because you don't have to make the choice on, well, Jonathan Taylor is not going to be there. Because if somehow Card Shark Chris doesn't take Jonathan Taylor, I'll be taking Jonathan Taylor. Okay. That's a no-brainer. So you're not going to get Jonathan Taylor at number 3, and then you can have somebody else decide if they want to take Christian McCaffrey or not. I'm still up in the air about it. I don't know. Tijuana Card Guy at 4 is going to be a good spot too, because a lot of those guys, it should be interesting when we get down here 13 and 14. So we can get down to 13, 14. If you guys notice here, they have the 13th best ranked player at Stephon Diggs and 14 Joe Mixon. Of course, there's going to be some variety of that. I don't see Deebo Samuel going as high as 12. I think we'll see Deebo in the second round sometime. But should be interesting when you get down that 13th, 14th pick. You're looking at Stephon Diggs, Joe Mixon, Deebo Samuel, DeAndre Swift might be a really good one to pick, toward the end of that first round. But we're going to be going through a lot of guys tonight. You got 14 teams and 16 players. How many people is that? Let me see what we're doing. Let me do my math here, folks. If I can find my app here. 14 times 16. So we're going to draft in 224 players tonight, guys, including defenses as well. I would like to know, I want to know from you guys, if you guys had the number 2 pick, I could use some help. If you had the number 2 pick, who would you take if Jonathan Taylor is off the board? That's what I would like to know in the comments. Make sure you put a comment down below or on the side there, wherever it is. Let me know the number 2 pick. Who would you guys take with that number 2 pick? I'm kind of still up in the air. I really don't know which guy I'm going to take. Let's ask, since Dave's on, if Dave can hear me, Dave, what are the players that you're kind of looking at coming in at pick number 7? What players do you think are going to be available for you that you're possibly looking at? See if Dave responds about the players that he's looking at. Number 7, look at that. Number 7, they have Derrick Henry at number 7 and Najee Harris at number 8 and Alvin Kamara at number 9 and Cook at 10. We got 4 really good running backs right in a row. I think you're going to see a run on running backs there around that 6th, 7th, 8th pick. See if Dave will hear me here and let us know who he's thinking about, what players that he thinks going to be available for him. 25 Perez, are you the Tijuana card guy? Are you the pick number 4? Let me know. Probably take. All right, so Dave's saying would probably take Najee at 2 if I had the pick. You would take Najee all the way up to number 2. Wow. The problem with Najee, he doesn't catch the ball. That kind of worries me. I don't know. Maybe I should take Najee. I have Najee rated as my 6th best running back. So I got 5 running backs ahead of him. Oh, 25 Press. He knows nothing about football, really. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here to watch, though. It should be fun to watch. Curtis Elliott's in the house. I'm scared the Panthers won't have the ball enough to McCaffrey. Could be possible. That is a possibility. But then again, you guys want to ruin my draft because you don't want me to win the championship either. So I have to take your advice with a grain of salt, both of you, Dave and Curtis. So since Curtis is on, Curtis, who are you looking at that might be dropping there at number 6? What players that are interesting that you think you might be able to draft there at the number 6 spot? Number 6, we're kind of looking at the Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, Alvin. Some really good running backs there in that middle, that number, like those picks 6 through 10. Some really good running backs there. McCaffrey and Eckler missed a number of games. They did miss a number of games last year, but they have a really good upside. That Chargers offense, is going to be hot. Panthers offense, maybe not great hot, but Panthers have nobody else besides McCaffrey. McCaffrey will be getting all those touches. So I don't know. So let's see if Curtis will say who to give us a little insight on the players that he might be choosing between. Still waiting for Dave to tell me who he's looking at number 7. Give me, if I'm surprised Derrick Henry's all the way down to 7. No, he was hurt last year, but I thought he would be up a little higher. And I thought Jamar Chase, I thought would be down a little bit. I'm not totally convinced on. I think Chase will definitely be a first-round pick, but I don't know if I have him that high as well. Again, the draft starts in less than 15 minutes. The 2022 Zero Fox Sports Card Fantasy Football League draft will be starting. Should be a good time. We have some really good players this year. 14 teams, a lot. You're really gonna have to. It's gonna be tough. 14 teams. Let me tell you. I have my strategy. I'm not gonna give away my strategy, but I'll give away part of it though. But I would like to get, like I said, I'd like to get a running back in the with that second pick, and then look for a wide receiver in that turnaround. So is what I would be looking at right now. Oh, maybe Card Shark Chris will not pick Jonathan Taylor, because then that'll be easy for me. If for some reason Card Shark Chris is like, I need DeAndre Swift. He's a big Lions fan. Maybe he'll, and you know what? Lions fans, they always like to draft wide receivers. So maybe he'll do a Cooper Kupp pick, and Jonathan Taylor will drop in my lap. So I'm kind of hoping. Then I don't really have to make a decision. Curtis Elliott said he's looking at like Mixon or Chubb there in that middle round. Man, I think you can do better than that early. I think you can. Where do they have Chubb? Let me look, see if I can find Nick Chubb. Yeah, let's switch it to running backs. A lot of good rookies too. Some good rookie running backs as well on the draft thing this year, guys. Man, I don't even see Nick Chubb. So he would be down to 33. Wow, they have Nick Chubb all the way down to 33. 33rd best player. But a lot of people put in a lot of extra work for or extra emphasis on running backs in fantasy football league here. All right, we have how much time we got left? We got a little over 12 minutes left before the start of the 2022 Zero Fox Sports Card Fantasy Football League. Man, I'm going to be saying that a lot tonight. I'm going to try to keep up with this draft. I got my cheat sheet. Look, I got my cheat sheet. One page cheat sheet. And I got some like sleepers I want to look for. Got some sleepers. I like to do, when I make my fantasy football list, I list the players' rank, and then I create tiers. So like I have my top so many quarterbacks that are like, if I get one guy to that tier, that I'm good with that. Okay. So I create tiers. And if we're down to like my third tier running backs, but we're only at like my second tier wide receivers, I'll go wide receiver just because my tiers are a little bit different, So I break everything. I do a ranking of everybody, and then I break it down into tiers for each position. That's how I've kind of learned to play fantasy football when I do drafts. Fantasy Pros has Chubb at 5th in running backs. Wow. Can't stand Fantasy Pros. I don't know what Fantasy Pros is. I'm the only Fantasy Pro you guys know. Okay. I'm a professional at this. I try to look at the list, but then I look at my own. I mean, like I look at the list just to make sure I know the names. Because after a while, like some of those guys, I didn't even know their names. So hope you guys don't get too crazy with this. Start slapping each other. Like Tommy Pham and Jock. Well, you know what? 25 Perez. That would probably happen if any of us lived closer to each other. Okay, because I know I would be down there slapping Card Shark Chris around like crazy. I even got a wrestler, Mance Warner, was going to take him out for me. If you saw my show last year when I won the championship. So yeah, if we lived closer, there might be some slapping going on. But we're all poor and we can't drive. We can't travel that far. Okay, we got Dave out in California and Curtis down in Kentucky. I'm in Pennsylvania. Card Shark Chris is in Georgia. So. There's nobody too close to me that I can slap, but the only person I would slap is Dave, our commissioner, man. Commissioners always deserve to get slapped around a little bit. So, but I really think Dave's got a great spot for this draft at number 7. I don't think you could ask for a better spot. I actually think number 7 is probably a better spot than number 1, just because you're going to get, 2 of the top 21 players in the draft. And that's pretty impressive. Card Shark Chris is going to get 2 of the top 28 or two of the top 28 players. So I think he's got a really good shot with number 7. Hoping it's lucky number 7. I hope so too, sir. Well, no, I really don't. I actually want to win. I don't like losing. So I'm not doing very good in my fantasy baseball. Well, I was doing great in fantasy baseball, but now my team's come back to earth. So, but that's all right. Football is here and it's a new sport. So we'll see what happens this year. We have less than 9 minutes left before the draft. Don't know if any of you guys have any fantasy questions you want the fantasy expert to answer, like Matthew Berry around here. How many fantasy teams did you make this year? For football, I've only done, this is my first one. I'll probably do one more, and that's it. I know RTS, Rob's got a league. He has one more person, but I don't want to spend $200 on a fantasy football league. So even though I'd have a good chance of winning, but I still want to spend extra $200 just on that. But I'll probably do one more league. I usually do 2 baseball and I do 2 football. But I've also done basketball. I've done ice hockey. I've done NASCAR. I've done fantasy bass fishing before. Okay, there's a bass fishing pro league where you can actually select, and they have fantasy for it, where you can select the different anglers. I didn't do very well because I don't know much about bass fishing competitions, but there is fantasy bass fishing out there. Fantasy everything. Used to do a lot more than what I do now, but I still enjoy playing. I play in one fantasy baseball league that's a dynasty league. I'm doing that for the last 5 or 6 years, where you have a minor league system and you keep guys. You can keep guys for so many years, and that's kind of fun. I love doing that. So, of course, if you're in the beginning of the show, I'm wearing my Glorious shirt. Bobby Roode, Glorious, because I was glorious last year and victorious in my championship. So we will see what happens now. We got 7 minutes remaining. Not all the teams are in the draft yet. We got, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 14 teams are in so far. It doesn't show that Curtis is online in there either, so you might want to hop on there, Curtis, just in case. You watch the fishing fantasy show Sunday morning. Is there really a fantasy fishing show? That'd be crazy if there was. When I get Sirius XM radio for free, I would listen to fantasy sports radio, but I think I know as much as those guys do, really. I just don't have the time to spend on it like they do. If I did, I would be like Matthew Berry. Actually, my fantasy baseball team name in the other league I play in is called Matthew's Berries. So we've done fantasy wrestling, haven't we, Dave? We've done fantasy wrestling. Where you pick the winners of the pay-per-views and stuff. Yeah. Might have to do that. Or did I do fantasy wrestling? I don't know. One of us did. I know that. Oh, there's Fat Daddies. We got him on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Half the teams. So if the other teams, if you guys don't know about fantasy sports on drafts, if the teams don't show up to the draft, the computer will automatically pick for them depending on what their rankings are. So players can go in and edit their pre-rankings. If not, it's actually what ESPN's rankings are. So you want to make sure you're on the draft and don't want to have the computer picking your stuff, because not always the best. Plus, if you're looking for sleepers, they're not going to pick sleepers that well for you. So I would definitely, you want to be on for a draft if you ever decide to do a draft. I don't know if you guys have ever done live, in-person fantasy drafts. I've done those before, hosted those. Those are fun. Get a bunch of pizza and snack food and drinks, and you just, you have a draft, and it lasts about a couple hours, but great time. You can make fun of people, their picks, and you ever get a chance, host an actual live fantasy draft. Great time to do that. All right, we got 5 minutes remaining. Card Shark Chris is still not on. Is Card Shark Chris? Does anyone even know if Card Shark Chris knows about this? So, yeah, in person is very fun, Dave. Too bad we all don't live close to each other. We could have an in person. Yeah, we could do an in person by Zoom, actually. Or Microsoft Teams and stuff. We could do that sometime. That'd be kind of fun too. That way, but then you got to make sure you know the players, because or have a magazine or something, because at least with ESPN and Yahoo and the websites, they show you all the players. So helps for us people that don't want to do a lot of research, I guess. All right, we got 4 minutes remaining. Card Shark Chris has not shown up yet. Will he show? Stix G has not shown up yet. Stix G, of course, has his YouTube channel. He's doing a lot of stuff over on his channel. Tijuana Card Guy at number 4. TBA, I don't know who TBA is. Rob at RTS was on earlier, but he's gone now. Don't know if he's coming back. The Mockeries and Hollis from Hollis Builds, I believe, over at 13. All right, 3 minutes remaining. So, will Card Shark Chris show up? I don't know. See if I got any messages from anybody here, Nope, no messages from Card Shark Chris. So we'll see what happens. Throw a little less than 4 minutes left. B-Dubs used to have kids have done it there a few times. Oh, Buffalo or what's B-Dubs? Is that Buffalo Wild Wings? Buffalo Wild Wings, I know, had draft kits and stuff. You could do it in there. I've been. Dave told me he was at a birthday. Are you still at the birthday party, Dave? Let us know if you're at the birthday party. Let us know what kind of cake they're having. I always like to know what kind of cake they're having. I haven't had dinner. I had a small lunch because I bought a ribeye at the grocery store yesterday. Got it marinating, got some seasoning on it, and I'm going to grill that after our fantasy football draft. So I'm getting a little hungry. You are at the bowl. What kind of cake do they have? Go investigate the cake, Dave. Tell me what the cake situation is. It's funny. Oh, I'm on the boob tube. Whose birthday is it? I'll say happy birthday. Let me know whose birthday it is. All right, we got 2 minutes remaining until the 2022 Zero Fox Sports Card League Fantasy Football Draft starts. Yellow cake. And it's Nathan's birthday. Happy birthday, Nathan. How you doing? How old is Nathan? Give me an update on age. Yellow cake. I like yellow cake. That's my favorite. I'm not a chocolate cake person. I like some good yellow cake with good frosting. All right, 1 minute and 30 seconds left before start of the fantasy football draft. Card Shark Chris is nowhere to be seen. Don't know if he's having computer troubles or what, but and I kind of wish he'd be here because I'm hoping maybe he wanted, because if the computer's drafting for me, he's going to take Jonathan Taylor. So I thought maybe if Card Shark Chris comes on, he won't. Oh, 18. Oh, 18th birthday, Nathan. That is awesome. So happy birthday, Nathan. Hopefully you are getting ready, thinking about colleges and everything else. I don't remember what I was needing. That was such a long time ago, man. But enjoy it, man, because it is downhill from here at 18. Let me tell you. Now you have responsibilities. And having responsibilities suck. So enjoy it while it lasts, buddy. All right, we got less than 1 minute left till the start of the draft. I got my cheat sheet here. I am all ready to go. Of course, I'm sure with 14 teams drafting all these guys, my cheat sheet's gonna run out of stuff. And then if picks go really quick, I might not be able to keep up to date very well. So, but I can do this. I've done this last year and won the league, so I can definitely keep up on this. Oh, it looks like RTS is on. RTS is on the draft. I don't think he's on our YouTube channel. He should be on our YouTube channel. He should be. Have a good time. All right, so we got less than 30. What do we got here? Oh, the start of the draft. It has started, folks. It has started. Card Shark Chris is on the clock at number 1. Who will he select? I don't know if he's online. He might be. I can't tell, though. So we will see who Card Shark Chris selects at number 1. I would think it's definitely going to be Jonathan Taylor. I mean, Jonathan Taylor is just a beast of a running back. Plays for the Colts. Colts are always right in there. I mean, the Colts, just missed the playoffs barely this past season. So, and they got Matt Ryan now as quarterback in their team. Decent wide receivers, good offensive line up there in Indianapolis. So I think Jonathan Taylor would easily be, he's got to be the first pick. And if Card Shark Chris doesn't show up, the computer's going to draft him for him, unless he changed his rankings, but I seriously doubt he did. All right, we got 30 seconds left. Rob is doing what he usually does, joining and dropping the league on and off. RTS always has computer problems. Always has computer problems. 20 seconds left for Card Shark Chris, and then the computer's going to select for him. I'm guessing he is not on. Must have been busy today. Boy, I mean, he's running the Arena Football League, so I'm sure there's some off-season duties he has to take care of over at the Arena Football League. And we got 1 second, and Jonathan Taylor has been selected. Jonathan Taylor, first pick, 2022 Zero Fox Sports Card Fantasy Football League. Yours truly is up at number 2. I'm going back and forth. Do I go with Christian McCaffrey? Do I go with Cooper Kupp? Or do I go with Austin Eckler? I think the safe pick is Eckler. The more upside is McCaffrey, though. So at number, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb. I am going to draft Christian McCaffrey at number 2. I went away from my list a little bit. Eckler just went at number 3. That was the other guy I was looking at. We're up to pick number 4, a Tijuana card guy. 3 running backs off the board. I think this is where you start to see, I would think you would start seeing wide receivers here, but some of these guys might be a little inexperienced. They might go back to running back because you got some good running backs on the second tier of running backs like Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, Kamara, Cook. So those guys, Nick Chubb is another good one too. Those guys are going to be coming off the board, I think, pretty soon as well. All right, we got 3 picks in. And see what happens here. Of course, the projected rankings. Now, of course, if you just joined us, this is a full point PPR. That means you get 1 point for every reception, plus yardage and touchdowns. They have Cooper Kupp at the number 3 pick, but Zapanda tried to change that up. He went with Eckler. I was down between Eckler and McCaffrey. I was not thinking about Kupp. I think he's going to come back down a little bit. I think he's still going to be good, but and he's up 29 years old too. That's another thing. Oh, Card Shark Chris just joined the draft. A little late, but he did get Jonathan Taylor, so I don't think there was anything wrong with that. All right, we're waiting for Tijuana card guy. Less than 10 seconds left. It looks like the computer will be selecting for the Tijuana card guy. Let's see who he selects. It'll probably be Cooper Kupp then. Yes, it is Cooper Kupp at number 3. Number 4 is Sticks G. Or number 5, I'm sorry, we're at. Yeah, number 5, Sticks G, and I don't know if he's on yet either. Card Shark Chris, though, did just get on. If Sticks G doesn't show up, more than likely it will be Justin Jefferson, wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings. Coming up. It's intense, folks. I'm telling you what, this is very intense. Rob has left and joined the draft again. Rob does this as a ploy, I think, just to get people confused. Okay, he likes to leave the draft and then come back to the draft. He doesn't know what he's doing. I wouldn't be surprised if Rob selects Graham Cano in the first round. It really would not surprise me. Which makes me think about maybe I should have joined his fantasy football league. So, all right, a little over 32 seconds left for Sticks G left. See if he comes on and selects. If not, it will probably be Justin Jefferson, wide receiver from Minnesota. I don't think that'd be a bad pick at all. If I was picking at 5, I'd be looking at Jefferson, Chase, Harris, or Henry probably. With Henry being the low one, maybe even Kamara a little bit too, because Alvin Kamara catches a lot of balls out of the backfield, and that helps out. Actually, Kamara was on my fantasy team last year that won the championship. All right, less than 3 seconds left. 2, 1. It is Justin Jefferson. Now we have our boy Curtis Fat Daddies is on the clock at number 6. Who will the Fat Daddies pick? I don't know what he's going to do. I think he might do Najee Harris. I think he was just fooling us with that Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb talk. But I think he's going to go. I think he's going to go Najee Harris. Oh, he goes with Derrick Henry. Well, he's from Kentucky, so he knows about those down south players. Derrick Henry off the board. And who took him? Najee Harris goes with Dave. I bet you he's very happy. So Najee Harris. Shamar Chase is off the board too. Trying to keep up here. Dalvin Cook is off the board. To be determined. Devontae Adams is now off the board with the Los Angeles Trash Pandas. People are going left and right. Alvin Kamara right now is the number one guy left. And we are at the mockeries. Alvin Kamara just got drafted by the New Jersey. Rob picked Alvin Kamara. Nice pick by Rob. I think he did a good job on that. So now it looks like Deebo Samuel. I would not rank Deebo Samuel as the top guy left. I would go Mixon or Swift. I don't even think Deebo's the top wide receiver. I'd take Stephon Diggs before him. I would take Tyreek Hill before Deebo Samuel. I don't know. I'm not big on Trey Lance. I don't know how Trey Lance is going to be, but I just don't have a good feeling about him. All right, the mockeries are at number 12. What will the mockeries do? Of course, if he doesn't do anything, see you later, 25 Perez. Of course, if the mockeries don't do anything, he'll be taking Deebo. So that'd be kind of good for me, I think, if he takes Deebo Samuel. Now, me coming back around, I'm probably going to look at a wide receiver, hopefully. I think a lot of people are going to be looking at wide receivers. So maybe I'll, do something a little different. Maybe I'll go tight end. Depends on what's available. All right, 20 seconds for the mockeries to make his choice, or the computer will be making it for him. Probably going to be Deebo Samuel, but we will see. I think it's going to be Deebo because I think he's not going to be on. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the mockeries have selected Joe Mixon. So he did make it on, or he switched his lineup for his pre-draft. Joe Mixon, I think, would be a good pick there. Hollis Build is on now at number pick 13. Unlucky 13. See what he selects at number 13. Of course, they still have Deebo as the number one pick left. I would look Stephon Diggs probably. It might be a place to go tight end. Maybe you do Mark Andrews or Travis Kelce, one of those top two tight ends, because there's a big drop-off after you get to Andrews and Kelce when you get down to those other tight ends. And you have Andrews and Kelce, they're just like having a number one wide receiver, basically. They catch the ball a ton, and they get a lot of red zone targets, both of those guys. So, and Kelce, Tyreek Hill's gone. Kelce's going to pick up even more of that load. See what happens there in KC. All right. That's why I don't like fantasy. They say Trey Lance is top tier quarterback, lost all credibility. Yeah. I don't see Trey Lance as one of the top quarterbacks, but you never know. That's why we play the games, guys. You never know what's going to happen. All right, we got 15 seconds for Hollis to make his selection at number 13. If he doesn't, unless he did his pre-draft rankings differently, he'll be taking Deebo Samuel. We will have to see. And it is Deebo Samuel is taken at number 13. Trying to keep up on my list. I won't be able to keep up after a while, probably. All right, Stephon Diggs goes at number 14. That's the end of the first round. And now we switch around and look, they're coming fast and furious. Holy cow, we got DeAndre Swift. Let me find him on my list. Get rid of DeAndre Swift. There he was. And CeeDee Lamb, Patrick Mahomes, the first quarterback taken off. I don't know if I would have done that. Wide receiver CeeDee Lamb taken. All right, we're up to the Rob at the Hitman. His first pick was Joe Mixon, I believe. See what the Hitmen have on their thing. Alvin Kamara was his first pick. So he's probably looking wide receiver. Tyreek Hill would be really nice, or it'd be a nice spot for a tight end. Andrews or Kelce. Also could be a good spot for Keenan Allen, too, down there at 20. They have him ranked 24th overall. We will see what Rob does. He's thinking about it. He doesn't know what to do. Those picks came fast. You got to be ready sometimes. Sometimes those picks go fast and furious. especially in a snake draft, and especially if once the clock goes to 0 and the computer picks for you and become automatic, or it says auto, then if you don't log in before then, it'll pick your pick very, very quickly. So he's got 18 seconds. Rob does. Of course, Rob is New Jersey Hitman Giants fan. Could be a spot. Maybe he decides to go Barkley. A lot of people have Barkley as a sleeper pick this year. Or he could go Graham Cano. He's done that before. It's Tyreek Hill. I don't know if he actually selected that or he just ran out of time. Tyreek Hill, I think that's a good pick, though. So you got a good running back and wide receiver to be determined, to be announced. That's the Friday the 13th. Jason Mask decides to go with Leonard Fournette. Big old Fournette, big boy. I'll find him on my list. He's down here. All right. Leonard Fournette went to Trash Pandas. Now it's to be determined, to be announced, TBA. Looks like Mark Andrews is the top player left right now on the board, according to ESPN projected stats. Don't know what, I don't really. TBA's first pick was Dalvin Cook. Team him up with, a great tight end like Andrews or Kelce, or maybe they go with Javonte Williams, good running back for Denver, who does split some carries. That's the next problem with a lot of these running backs. There's a lot of running back by committees. James Conner, he's got a rookie behind him that's looking pretty good. Aaron Jones splits times with A.J. Dillon. Barkley, it would be, Barkley just went. That's what I was going to say. Barkley has nobody backing him up, really. Oop, no, he's not out. Let me put him back in. Barkley is taken. I think that was a good pick for Barkley. Javonte Williams just went off the board with the Alaska Noodles. Zero Fox on. Dave is on at number 2. His second pick. Najee Harris was his first pick. I bet Dave goes tight end. I just have yes, he does. Travis Kelce. I thought he was going tight end. To me, that's not even the number 1 tight end in this draft. It's Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews, I think, is a stud. I had him last year. Mark Andrews just went to the Kentucky Fatbacks. Let me try to keep up here. Andrews is gone. James Conner just went. See if I can keep up here. Conner. Aaron Jones just went. Keenan Allen just went. Oh, there goes my plan. All right, I am on the board here at number 3, or my second pick. Picked McCaffrey. Let me look here. Who to select? Who to pick? What do they say about him? Akers. I got 40 seconds left. I'm not big on T. Higgins, that big. Wide receiver Evans. I'm going to go with another running back. I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to go with Cam Akers. Cam Akers is my pick. I was hoping Keenan Allen would drop. I would have taken Keenan Allen, but I'm going to go with Cam Akers. He's the top of my 3rd tier. Josh Allen just went. A lot of people's number 1 quarterback from Card Shark Chris. I have another pick coming up pretty soon. This is the start of the 3rd round now. Card Shark Chris has another pick. I got to get wide receiver now. Michael Pittman just went. All right, so that makes my choice easier. I'm going to go with Mike Evans for Tampa Bay. Brady, hopefully he'll be there, and we'll have some good times with him. Mike Evans, great wide receiver. All right, next up is the Panda. So far my team is Christian McCaffrey, Cam Akers, and Mike Evans. A.J. Brown just went. T. Higgins just went. DJ Moore just went. Here's the wide receiver run, folks. DJ Moore, Higgins, and A.J. Brown. I had A.J. I'm not convinced on A.J. Brown. Don't know. DJ Moore had a great year. Looks like Baker's going to win that job now that Sam Darnold got hurt a little bit, I believe. Kentucky, Fat Daddies take Mike Williams. That's a good pick, I think, too. We've had 5 wide receivers taken. So far, all the picks in round 3 have all been wide receivers. And that just ended with Dave going Ezekiel Elliott. Probably good. You don't want to be on the end of a long run of like wide receivers or position. You want to start that run. That's what you want to do. And now Nick Chubb taken by the Alaska Noodles. Always want to start streaks, not go. Oh, RTS is on our YouTube show. Look at that. I'm going Phil Simms next. You should, buddy. When's Graham Cano going? That's what I want to know, Rob. When's Graham Cano going to go? I know you got him on your queue. You're ready to pick Graham Cano. All right, we're waiting for TBA. According to this, Scary Terry McLaurin is the top player on the board. Could go in the second tier of tight ends, and Kyle Pitts and George Kittle are available. You know, there's a sleeper down there, too, a great wide receiver, DK Metcalf, all the way down there, too. Doesn't have really, he's got Geno Smith throwing the ball, but still, DK Metcalf's a beast. I don't know if he's totally healthy or not. I don't know if he's totally happy either. He could be a guy that could get traded, too. He goes to a contender. His stock value goes through the roof then. So. All right, you guys are watching the 2022 Zero Fox Sports Card Fantasy Football League, and we're waiting. Rob has joined and left again the draft and joined again. That's his game plan. He likes to confuse people. We got 5 seconds on TBA, where they're going to be going with Scary Terry. Oh, it's Kyle Pitts. They got their pick in. Kyle Pitts. Now the Trash Pandas is on. Kyle Pitts is a decent quarterback or a decent tight end. Scary Terry just went. Terry McLaurin is picked him out of the Los Angeles Trash Panda. Rob is up. He told me he's picking Phil Simms. I don't know if that's going to be the pick. Probably not the best pick, but you never know what Rob's going to do. He's always a wild card, folks. Always a wild card on what he picks. Oh, Gano after Phil Simms. That'd be a good thing. And who did he take? Oh, David Montgomery. Went with David Montgomery. We had some picks right away. Let's see. David Montgomery's gone. DK Metcalf. Deontay Johnson's gone. I didn't even have Deontay Johnson. Forgot about him. Marquise Brown is gone. I don't think I got him either. J.K. Breece Hall's gone. Breece Hall was a sleeper too there. J.K. Dobbins is gone. Oh, my goodness. We're back to Rob already. Jeez, who peeps? We are at Jalen Waddle is the number 1 player available right now, according to the ESPN rankings. He was on my fantasy team last year, winning the championship. He has a ring. But Waddle is up. Some interesting players. There's a sleeper down there. Gabriel Davis caught 3 touchdown passes. Oh, and he went with Travis Etienne for Jacksonville. Nice pick. Justin Herbert just went. He's my other top tier quarterback. And we are down to TBA again. Jerry Jeudy just went. We got a Jerry Jeudy sighting, folks. Kyler Murray, we're seeing some QBs now taken. Kyler Murray taken. Nobody's taken Waddle yet. I wouldn't be surprised Card Shark Chris is eyeing up Amon-Ra St. Brown, too, the Lions wide receiver. I think he might be looking at him. Lamar Jackson. All right, this is the quarterback run. We've seen 3 quarterbacks in the last 4 picks. Fat Daddy's Kentucky. The Kentucky Fat Daddy's on, and he takes Aaron Rodgers. And Waddle went, and then Brandon Cooks. All right, let me get rid of this Waddle. Brandon Cooks I didn't really have on. All right, so not many quarterbacks left. Josh Jacobs went, the running back. Where is Jacobs? I had him. Oh, there he is. I am up. I have, who do I take? You know what? I think I'm going to look at tight end. And I think I'm going to take George Kittle. I'm going to take George Kittle with my pick. He was my number 3 tight end available on my list, at least. So I will take Kittle. I was thinking about quarterback, but I think I can get a quarterback on the. Oh, he did! Look at that. Card Shark Chris went with Amon St. Brown. I called it, folks. I called it. I did. I think I might be able to get a quarterback on the comeback here. Card Shark Chris has already taken his quarterback, I believe. Yeah, he took Josh Allen. So I'm looking at quarterback, probably Russell Wilson or Joe Burrow. Darren Waller just got taken. All right, I'm going to look here. Oh, some good other players too, but I want to get my quarterback. Hurts could be. I'm going Joe Burrow. I'm going Joe Burrow, folks. All right, Joe Burrow was my pick. I had Russell Wilson rated higher, but I really like Joe Burrow. I want to go with Burrow. Dak Prescott's gone. Elijah Mitchell gone. Oh, my goodness. People are going crazy here. Elijah Mitchell. My list is almost over. All right. Darren Waller went to the tight end. I forgot about marking him off. Devin Singletary, a sleeper pick for a lot of people. Devin Singletary. Hunter Renfrow went. I think I had him on my sleeper pick. Yeah, I did. All right. Let's get back to the all positions. Who's the top position left? Darrell Mooney went. Hunter Renfrow went. Gabriel Davis is the number 1 guy left. Gabriel Davis, of course, caught 3 touchdown passes in that playoff loss to the Chiefs, I believe it was. He's a good player. When it comes back around, I'm going to look at probably a wide receiver. Maybe a backup running back, because you got McCaffrey and Akers, so both had injury problems. So I could probably use a solid running back as well. Allen Robinson just went from the Rams to TBA. Trash Pandas is up next. The only time I would take Ram Cano, Rob, is if I don't pick a kicker to the last round. Anybody that picks a kicker before the last round is a complete idiot in my book. So you just make sure you draft him before the last round. Dalton Schultz, the tight end for Dallas, is off the board as well. If you notice here, I started the run in this round, this 5th round. I started that run with tight ends, taking Kittle. Then a couple tight ends went off the board right away. Miles Sanders just went running back. People forget about Miles Sanders. Somebody just drafted Justin Fields. I am shocked. Russell Wilson's still there, folks. Stafford went too. Hurts went. Stafford went. Antonio Gibson, Gabriel Davis are gone. My wide receiver list is down to nothing. Did anybody take Brady? Did somebody really take Justin Fields over Tom Brady? Look at that. Somebody took Justin Fields over Tom Brady and Russell Wilson and Derek Carr and Kirk Cousins. I don't know. Maybe they know something I don't about that Bears offense. Chris Godwin's gone. Trash Pandas. Who was it that took Justin Fields? I got to give them a hard time. Oh, it's the Beard. I don't know who the Beard is, but Mari Cooper and Christian Kirk are gone. Christian Kirk he's going to be a number 1 wide receiver down in Jacksonville. That's not really saying much. Chase Edmonds gone. Hunter Henry gone. Oh my goodness, I can't keep up, folks. Trying to do 2 jobs at once is hard. But I'm getting paid a lot of money by Dave over at Zero Fox Sports Cards to run this draft. So I thought I had Hunter Henry, but I don't see him on my list anymore. Adam Thielen's gone. Got Michael Thomas up there. Juju Smith-Schuster's there. He's with Kansas City now. Tyler Lockett, Devontae Smith, Elijah Moore, TJ Hawkinson. If you're looking for another tight end, Kareem Hunt, another running back there. Fat Daddies is up. Dave picked Adam Thielen. I like the Adam Thielen pick. I think Minnesota's going to have a pretty good year. Are we playing for a hot box? Because if we're playing for pride, I have none left. That's funny. Of course we can play for a hot box. I'll give the winner a hot box. Doesn't cost me much to ship it to myself, though, Rob. So, of course, I'm the host of the Monday Night Huddle Show every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Facebook Live. We just saw 2 tight ends went, Hawkinson and Goddard, and Michael Thomas. Tomorrow night on the Monday Night Huddle Show, we're going to be looking at that Mickey Mantle that just sold for over $12 million. Plus, we're going to be opening up a 2022 Chronicles Mega Box football tomorrow night on the Monday Night Huddle Show. All right, we got V Panda, then I'm up. I got to figure out what I want to do. Oh, I think I know what I want to do. I think I know what I want to do, folks. I think I know. I don't want to say it out loud. Okay, Devontae Smith is taking. All right, I want to get a running back. I want to get a good backup running back. There he is, Ramada Stevenson. This guy, everybody's saying draft this guy. He's going to be a star at New England. I'm taking Stevenson. Taking Stevenson, one of my sleeper picks. Taking him. I need another running back anyways because you got McCaffrey and Akers both coming off, injuries, a little injury prone. So I need to make sure I have that. All right, Card Shark Chris is up next. Card Shark Chris also took Devontae Smith. He's out. Man, wide receivers are looking slim, I'll tell you. So, but do I go with that or do I start the defense? Tyler Lockett and Kareem Hunt taken. Let me see what defense they have rated as number 1. They have the Bills defense at number 1. Do I start with a defense? They got to play some pretty good teams. I don't know if I'm big on the Bills defense. More big on other teams. I'm going to wait on defense, I think. Do I want to wait on defense? Do I go back? Do I go backup quarterback? I can't go backup quarterback already. I don't know what to do, folks. It's a tough choice. I'm going to go Juju. Give me some Juju, folks. Got the Chiefs wide receiver now. He's definitely get a chance to catch some balls. I'll tell you that. Tom Brady finally went off the board. Somebody took Brady. Zach Ertz and Bateman went off the board as well. Surprisingly, everybody's staying away from Russell Wilson. This Russell Wilson's turning into Aaron Rodgers during draft night. He is dropping. I actually considered taking him here, this last pick, but decided to go wide. I don't like taking backup quarterbacks very high. Just because you should have a starter that's planning on playing every week, no matter who he plays, except for his bye week. So I don't want to invest a high pick on a backup quarterback. See what else gets taken here. Tom Brady with Fat Daddy's. Curtis is up. Let's look at Curtis's team. Aaron Rodgers, Derrick Henry, Singletary, Mike Williams, Andrews, and Hawkinson. Going big tight end and Irick now. The wide receiver, Dave, is up next. And Dave quickly goes with Cordell Patterson, running back for Atlanta. Elijah Moore is out too. At this point, I can't even really keep up. Finally, somebody takes Russell Wilson. Nice pick by TBA. I think getting Russell Wilson this low is a good spot. Tony Pollard, running back for Dallas. You also want to look at handcuffs. The backup. If you have, like I have Cam Akers and I have Christian McCaffrey, I might want to look at their backups. That way, in case those guys get hurt, I can plug their backup right in. So sometimes you want to look for those handcuffs on those teams. Who's the running back? They still have let's see, Cole Kmet. Oh, picks are going left and right, folks. I can't keep up here. Melvin Gordon is still available, running back. I don't know if Sony Michel's still in Rams or not. A.J. Dillon just went by the beard. Montreal Alouettes have the best D. They do. But you can't draft them. DeAndre Hopkins, somebody picked. Oh, Trey Lance just went. Mike Gesicki, tight end for the Dolphins, just got picked too. Rob is up with the Hitman. Who does he take? Bills defense. Bucks, here we go. The defenses are going. Bills defense went with New Jersey Hitman. And Los Angeles Trash Pandas went with the Bucks. I had the Bucks rated pretty low. Alan Lazard, wide receiver for the Packers, going. Not much wide receivers left there in Green Bay. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Packers maybe make a trade here in this preseason here before preseason finishes up to get another wide receiver in there. Saints defense goes. To me, there's a defense I like. There's one defense I really like right now. I'm thinking about kicking. Chris Olave, wide receiver for the Saints. Could be a running back too, it looks like, I think. Don't know much about Chris Olave. Must be a sleeper that Dave knows about. Damian Pierce. Kadarius Toney. Taken by the Wall Jumpers. And Michael Carter. All right, I'm going to go defense. I'm going to get a defense that I think could probably be the best defense out there. That is the San Francisco 49ers. Going with the 49ers defense on my team. Now the wraparound, I'll probably look at probably another wide receiver, I would think. I don't have too much. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at wide receiver. Garrett Wilson, I don't know who that is. Scantling is in Kansas City. I didn't know he was over there. Derek Carr just went. Packers defense just went. Who was I looking at here? Wide receivers. Oh, is he available? I think he should be. Oh, he got drafted. My bad. Well, that sucks. I was thinking about Cortland Sutton. All right, 1 minute left. Wide receiver. Garrett Wilson, I'm not picking. Woods, no. Chase Claypool, no. You know what? There's a guy down here I think might have a bounce back year. And that is, where is he? There he is. Jarvis Landry with the Saints. I am selecting. All right, all my wide receivers are gone. My list is basically junk now, folks. But I'm going Jarvis Landry. I think he can have a bounce back year with Winston there quarterbacking. So we'll see what that does with my team. Let's see. I got. Oh, that's not my team. Colts just went. Garrett Wilson just went. Robert Woods just went. I probably won't draft more than one defense. I don't think I'll draft any more defenses. And again, I'm only going to draft one kicker. I might draft a backup quarterback toward the end. But I'm mostly just going to be looking at running back, wide receiver, tight ends. We haven't had tight ends in a while. There's some decent tight ends, I think, still available. I could have missed the picks, too. Kirk Cousins, nice pick by the Kentucky Fatbacks. Davis up, Zero Fox Sports Cards. Oh, he got Lamar Jackson. I know he got Lamar Jackson. That's pretty good. Kelsey, Patterson, Olave. All right, let's see what Dave does over Zero Fox Sports Cards. He's at a birthday party. He goes with Tyler Boyd, wide receiver for Cincinnati. Cincinnati's had 3 wide receivers taken off the board now. Pretty impressive for them. Also, you want to look at, when you're picking backups, you want to look at bye weeks too, because you don't want your backup quarterback to have the same bye week as your starter, because then you're kind of screwed, you know? So TBA is a good, I like TBA's team, really. That's one of my favorite teams, I think, though I didn't like the Rashad Penny. Well, I guess Rashad James Robinson went. Knox just went to tight end. Rob is up. Yeah, I like TBA. Rob's got, man, I can't believe Rob has Jalen Hurts quarterbacking. How could you, as a Giants fan, sir, have Jalen Hurts as your fantasy football quarterback? That is ridiculous. You better draft Daniel Jones before the thing's over. Jalen Hurts on a Giants favorite. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. Sacrilege, let me tell you. Sacrilege, that is. Rob is up 55 seconds left on the clock. Alvin Kamara, he's got a nice team too. Christian Kirk, Komet, Etai, Bills. But a lot of this comes down to injuries too. Like, what team is going to get hurt? What team is not going to get hurt? You lose your top draft pick or second draft pick, and your team could be pretty much toast. Especially in a 14 team, there is not going to be much people on the waiver wire to pick up. Especially after we get started after the first couple weeks, because then they pick up all the people that start off really hot. So it's gonna be tough to find guys later on. Chase Claypool just went to New Jersey Hitmen. Scantling, tight end for Pittsburgh, Freiermuth. Say that 3 times. Evan McPherson, a kicker. The Beard just picked a kicker. You know what I think about kicking kickers? Waste of a pick, man. Waste of a pick. And he's picked the Cincinnati kicker. James Cook, Kenneth Walker just went. Rob is back up. The New Jersey Hitman. Man, it's a long time before I pick again. I'll tell you that. Ooh. Rob is up with over a minute left. I could see him going maybe. He just went with a wide receiver. I could see him maybe going back up tight end, maybe, or back, or back up running back. Or maybe he goes back up quarterback. Maybe he's not totally convinced on Jalen Hurts. Or maybe he goes kicker. He loves drafting his kickers. This might be the spot where Rob, he does go with the kicker. I knew it. Graham Cano is off the board. Hooray, the world is safe again. Graham Cano is off the board. You got him a lot later this time, Rob. I want to know your thoughts. Did last year prove that you didn't have to pick him in the 3rd or 4th round? Because this time you waited until round 10 to pick him. A little bit better. Not perfect. You could have probably got him later too. But Graham Cano, I always do the philosophy. You don't want kickers that are on teams scoring touchdowns. You want kickers on teams that can move the ball, but stall in the red zone so they're kicking field goals. That's the kind of kicker you want. So on a good team, decent offense, but not a great offense where they're punching it in all the time. Don't want that. Because you only get 1 point for that. You want guys like the Giants are always really good because the Giants can move the ball, but then they usually stall in like the 20, 30 range, and then they kick a field goal. I've done that for years. So Giant kickers are usually very well. Tua just went off the board. Los Angeles Trash Pandas. I'm thinking about maybe picking up a backup quarterback. Not 100% sure. Tucker just went. Oh, a run on kickers. To me, Justin Tucker's the first. He's the first guy you should be taking for kicker. Tucker, really. Matt Gay for the Rams, picked by the Alaska Noodles. I'll tell you what, guys, way too early to pick kickers. Just way too early. You could get this. This is the kind of spot. This is where you win or lose your draft right here. When you're picking guys that have a lot of upside potential, But picking guys that are gonna not do anything, like kickers, I wouldn't waste your picks on them. I'm gonna look at my team. I got Burrow, McCaffrey, Akers, Evans, Juju Smith-Schuster. Oh my goodness, somebody just picked Trevor Lawrence. Holy cow! Oh, I'm on the clock already. All right. So I could go. Do I have anybody even left on my list? Left on my list. Yeah, I could. Anybody select him? Oh, I would like to pick Daniel Jones, but I'm not going to pick him yet. Let's see. Running back Melvin Gordon might be a good one to have. Hines, DJ Chark, Robbie Anderson. You know what? I'm going to get Melvin Gordon, solid running back. I know he splits time with Javonte Williams, but he's got a great quarterback now in Russell Wilson. And I think he could be having a good hand. And he played last year, even at his age, and did really well. So nobody comes back. Marvin Jones just went. I didn't know Marvin Jones in Jacksonville. All right, let's look. What do we got at tight end? Noah Fant. Evan Ingram's down in Jacksonville. Didn't know that. Jacksonville really changed everything around. What do we got? Wide receiver, Russell Gage, Burks, DJ Chark, Joshua Palmer. Heard some good things about Palmer. Michael Gallup with Dallas. He's out, though. Julio down in Tampa. Jamison Crowder's up in Buffalo. I didn't know Jamison Crowder's up there. It's an interesting pick. I'm going to go Joshua Palmer. I've heard some good stuff about Joshua Palmer, a great sleeper pick. I'm going to select Joshua Palmer. Just watched a video on Joshua Palmer. He's the third wide receiver for San Diego, but pretty good player. And if one of those top two guys go down, like Williams or Allen, Joshua Palmer could really have a breakout year. All right, 5 picks left. I have 5 picks left. Some of these others are picking their 6th guy right now. So Dave at Zero Fox Sports Card is up next. He takes Hines, backing up for Taylor. That's not a bad pick. Taylor, I think, did get a little banged up a little bit. Keeps a lot of carries, so. Tua's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Lance is gone. Lawrence is gone. All right, top pick so far they have left is Brian Washington, running back for Washington. Brian Robinson, running back for Washington. Josh Doxson, or Jahan Doxson. They had a Josh Doxson in Washington. Now they have a Jahan Doxson. That's crazy. You would think Washington would have learned not to draft wide receivers named Dotson. No, the other guy was Doxson, I think. D-O-C-S-O-N or D-O-C-T-S-O-N. This is Dotson. On my bad. Browns defense just went. Brian Robinson, running back for Washington. Don't know much about him. Last year was Clinton Stake doing too many drafts at once. That's true. And isn't TBA to be announced? That is to be announced. I don't know. What did I say? I don't know. After a while, everything just blends together, man. My list, look at my list. Look at this thing. Just everything crossed out. I gave up. Gave up on my list. All right, DJ Chark with Detroit. Now, somebody picked Kenny Galladay. Holy cow. Nico Collins. Some people are getting desperate. Ryan Tannehill, the beard. I like that pick. Tannehill's a good backup quarterback. Oh, my goodness. Picks are going left and right. Rob's up now. We are circling wagons here. Of course, after this draft, we'll go through team by team as long as we have time, and I'll give you my thoughts on what team I think is the best team. Did well in the draft. Oh. If it was a pay, you should not have different strategies if it was a pay league or not a pay league, really. I mean, you should want to win, okay? No matter if you're paying or not. That's how I look at it. Daniel Jones just went, oh, you picked my boy. You know, some people are predicting him to have a breakout year. So that might not be a bad pick. Now you have Jalen Hurts and Daniel Jones on the same team, Rob. I like that pick, Rob. That was a good pick. Good pick there. Nick Folk, New England kicker, just got selected. A lot of people left to pick here. We're in round 12. Getting close to the end of round 12. Or not, is it round 12? Yeah, round 12 of 16. Pick 160 is on the clock right now. TBA, to be determined, as Rob has told us. I might look at backup quarterback. Maybe even another tight end. Let's see what quarterbacks are available that I think I might look at. Jameis Winston, Carson Wentz, Hardman just went. Robbie Anderson just went. Zach Wilson, Matt Ryan, Mac Jones still available. Nobody's picked Mac Jones. But Mac Jones has the same bye week as Joe Burrow, so that doesn't work. Zero Fox has to take Carson Wentz. Had to take Carson. Money Davis Mills down here. Deshaun Watson might be a great guy just to put back and just sleep on him there. Baker Mayfield, Matt Ryan. So Mac Jones I can't pick, and Zach Wilson I can't pick because they have the same bye week as Burrow. Alexander Madison picked. Commanders picked. Daniel Carlson picked. Z Panda is up next. Who will he pick? Or she? I don't know these people. I only know a couple of them. Actually, the women that have been in this league have done very well every year. Who will they? Oh, man, I was going to pick Jameis. I swear to God, I was going to pick Jameis Winston. Oh, that hurts. You know, who do I take? I'm going to take Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is going to be my pick. I forget how many games he's suspended, but I think when he gets back, might be a good backup quarterback for Burrow. Take me some Watson. All right, now my next pick here. Chris has 2 picks coming up now. I would have took Winston was my pick guy. I was going to take him, but Darrell Henderson might be a good one. What do they say about Darrell Henderson? Is he hurt or something? He's the backup for the Rams, and I have Cam Akers. Let's see. I have 4 wide receivers, 4 running backs, 2 quarterbacks, no kicker, 1 tight end, 1 defense. Might also look at a tight end. Who's some tight ends to look at here? Irv Smith Jr., Evan Ingram, Austin Hooper, Hayden Hurst for Cincinnati, Albert, however you say his name, for Denver, George Everett for the Chargers. I've heard good things about him. When does Kittle go? Kittle doesn't go on bye till week 9. I might just wait. Yeah, none of those tight ends are really speaking to me. So the way I look at it is George Kittle goes on bye in week 9. I don't have to look for another tight end unless he gets hurt until week 9. So I think I might just wait on tight end and go with more prospect guys. Devontae Parker, Irv Smith just went. So I got 4 running backs, 4 wide receivers. Might look for another wide receiver. Gallup. Why is Gallup out? Is he hurt? Van Jefferson, Curtis Samuel. Might be a good one to pick. Don't see anybody great. Odell Beckham. Nobody. He's a free agent, though. Randall Cobb. As who is that? Wide receiver. Check the running backs here. Oh, Sony Michel's in Miami. Huh. All right, I'm going to draft Darrell Henderson. That way I have a backup for Cam Akers in case Cam Akers gets hurt. All right, now I got to wait a long time for more picks here. But, they're going quick. Gerald Everett. I was thinking about Gerald Everett. Tyler Bass for Buffalo. Prater for Arizona. All right, so now I have 2 quarterbacks, 5 running backs, 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end, no kickers, 1 defense. And I got 3 more picks to select. I would probably say definitely I need another wide receiver. I might take a second defense just in case. But, I don't know. Nobody goes on bye until, late, it looks like. See what the chat here. You should commentate my 200 league tonight. You busy? You might get some subs. I could, but what time's the draft tonight? I got a nice ribeye I want to stick on the grill. Maybe that's what I should do. Just commentate on fantasy football drafts. People can pay me to commentate on fantasy football drafts. Might do that. Maybe I will do that. I got nothing else to do tonight, I don't think. All right, Zero Fox is on the board right now. Ronald Moore just got selected by Curtis. Zero Fox takes Hayden Hurst. Like that pick with Cincinnati. Didn't know Hayden Hurst went over there. And Alaska Noodles took J.D. McKissick, running back for Washington. Yeah, text me, Rob, the what time the draft starts and everything. I'll see what I can do. All right, TBA, to be announced. I almost say to be determined. They got the Jason mask. That's kind of cool. They took Mark Ingram. Oh, I didn't know Mark Ingram was. That was a good pick. Mark Ingram, I guess, is back with the Saints. Didn't know that he was. He left the Saints after some great years. Went to Baltimore. Had a great, not a great year with Baltimore the last couple of years, but now he is back. So he picked. Oh, I didn't know the Chargers were still available. Defense. That's a good pick too. Problem is that division is really tough out there. Rob over RTS is looking now. See what Rob has in store for us. What was I thinking about doing? Oh, I was thinking about maybe looking at, I don't know, maybe what defense are available. Dolphins, Patriots, not bad. Rams, Raiders, Vikings, Giants, Eagles. I'm looking forward to that steak I'm going to cook tonight. I'll tell you that. I got 2 quarterbacks. So I don't need another quarterback. Oh, I do need I probably definitely need another wide receiver. Jalen Tolbert, George Pickens. I don't know who that is. Julio Jones with Tampa. I might take a flyer on Julio. So I've probably just given up my picks. So, but Curtis Samuel, I've heard some good things. Curtis Samuel's a decent wide receiver. You gotta throw the ball to somebody down there in Washington. Jamison Crowder is in Buffalo. That's intriguing. Jamison Crowder had some good years with the Redskins and everything. Marlon Mack, Houston running back. Jamal Williams. Jalen Tolbert. Oh, picks are going left and right here. New Jersey Hitman just took George Pickens. I don't even know who George Pickens is. I think he's just making that name up. Sony Michel's in Miami. Didn't know that. Isaac Spiller. Devontae Foreman, Carolina. Chubba Hubbard. Chubba Hubbard. I love that name. Mir Abdullah in Las Vegas. Ty Montgomery. Ty Montgomery is in New England. That should be interesting with that. Baltimore, Atlanta, Arizona, Giants, Tampa, Joshua Kelly, Benjamin. Giovanni Bernard is down in Tampa also. Didn't know that. Guys just switch teams like crazy, it seems like. Snoop Conner. I want to take Snoop Conner. That's what I want. Philip Lindsay's in Indianapolis after many years with Denver. Travis Homer is still with Seattle. Oh, my. All right, Rashad White for Tampa Bay running back just got selected by the Noodles, or by to be announced. The Noodles is on now. Yeah, I need to get another wide receiver. What's up with Gallup? Is Gallup hurt? Only months after. Oh, he tore his ACL. Yeah, so I'm not picking Michael Gallup. Mac Jones just got taken by Alaska Noodles. Van Jefferson had some good games last year too for the Rams. Could be a guy to look at. could be a guy to look at here. We'll do a search for sleeper fantasy wide receivers. See if there's any fantasy wide receiver sleepers. I'm sure they're all gone. You got as many people as we do in this league. 14 teams. It goes real quick. Oh, am I on the clock already? Who got picked? Oh, Van Jefferson. Julio's there. I'm going to take Julio Jones. Oh, Card Shark Chris took Michael Gallup. Oh, isn't he out for the whole year? Could be wrong, but I think so. All right, all positions. Do I want to take a backup defense? I got 5 running backs, 5 wide receivers. So I take another wide receiver. Maybe a tight end, backup tight end. Austin Hooper, Logan Thomas. I don't like any of those guys. Tough, guys. It's tough. I'll take the Patriots defense as my backup. Backup defense will be the Patriots. And I have 1 pick left. And that will be for a kicker. What kicker do I take? Jake Elliott for Philly. Could be a possibility with Jake. Robbie Gould with San Francisco. Ryan Scoop. Dustin Hopkins with the Chargers. Dallas. Chris Boswell with Pittsburgh. It's hard to kick sometimes in Pittsburgh. Will Lutz with the Saints. All right, we are down to the last picks, guys. Round 15. It has been a you want to hear a bad beat sports card story? I own a Matt Manti Te'o. I want it for auction for 25, sold for 100. To keep dropping over a year. Eventually sold for 23. Whoa, is this stuff really hot right now for that documentary? Oh, this card's worth like 500 now. Yep. All right, I'll see if I can do that at 8 p.m. maybe for you. Yeah, those documentaries, they can make stuff go up pretty quick. I remember when Jesse Palmer was on The Bachelor. Jesse Palmer, backup quarterback for the Giants, his cards went through the roof because all the ladies were buying his cards up because he was on The Bachelor. Alec Pierce just went. Isaiah Spiller just went. Jake Elliott just went. That was a kicker I would have took. All right, last round. The beard is on the clock for the last round, folks. Dolphins, Jameson Williams. That's a nice pick, Jameson. I'm surprised Williams went that low. Maybe I should have picked him. All right, I'm looking at maybe the Chargers kicker. Even though they score a lot of touchdowns, they're still a pretty high offense. Ryan Suckup, or however you say his name for Tampa, is the top kicker, according to this. Kendrick Bourne for New England wide receiver taken. Of course, make sure you stay tuned. We will go through each team, see what each team is looking like before we head off tonight. ESPN will send out a grade for everybody, too. It's not always that accurate, but we'll see what ESPN says how we did. Kind of happy with my team, I think. I'm never like overly happy. Like I'm never like, oh my God, this is the greatest team ever. But if things break my way, I can see me having a really decent season. All right, TBA is up right now, their last pick. Of course, I can only show kickers now because it's the only position I'm allowed to pick, kicker. So I end up with 2 quarterbacks, 5 running backs, 5 wide receivers, 1 tight end, no kickers until right now I have 1, and then 2 defenses I picked up. Dallas kicker might be all right too. Brett Mayer. Might look at him. Mason Crosby is out, it says. Chris Boswell for Pittsburgh. Will Lutz, I think the Saints might be a good kicker to take. I mean, he kicks half his kicks indoors, so that's a positive. But let's see if we can do. Let's look at the 2021 season here. Fantasy points. Chris Boswell had the most fantasy points last year. Hopkins was second. Zerline. Will Lutz. Oh, somebody took Will Lutz. I was thinking about Will Lutz. Randall Cobb might be a good pick. Rodgers is very comfortable with Randall Cobb. Might be a good pick there. All right. Curtis is up. Who's he going to take? Take Sony Michel. Austin Hooper just went. I think I'm going to take Hopkins if he's available. Well, let's see Panda takes him. No, he does not. All right. Dustin Hopkins for the Chargers is my kicker, and that will end my draft. The draft is over, folks. I don't know if I can... Let's see if we can stop sharing for 1 sec. So that was the 2022 NFL 2022 Zero Fox Sports Card Fantasy Football Draft. Let me see if I can get over to, where would I go? If we can take a look at everyone's team here. See how everybody's doing. Let me see if I can find this here. Fantasy Hotbox. It doesn't show the teams yet, it looks like. So, don't know if I'll be able to see my roster. Let's see if I can view my roster here. No, it doesn't show me. Can't view the roster, so I won't be able to check out the rest of the season or anything. But yeah, that's all I got for tonight, guys. I want to thank the commissioner, Dave, for Zero Fox Sports Card for hosting the fantasy football season this year. Thank all the guys who came on the comments and chatted. Hopefully we have a great year, and hopefully yours truly wins again so I can do another championship video like I did on my Monday Night Huddle show. Make sure you join every Monday night 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Facebook Live. Check out the Monday Night Huddle show, yours truly, live 9 p.m. Eastern on Facebook and YouTube Live. We open up packs, talk some sports, have some guests. We have a good old time. This Monday, we'll be opening up 2022 Chronicles Football Mega Box. So we'll be opening up that, and we have a bunch of other stuff planned. So make sure you join us. Also, check out the website, hotboxcards.net. If you're interested in sports cards, you can get sports cards sent directly to your door with hotboxcards.net. All right, everybody, that's all the time I got for tonight. I will see you guys later. Have a great night.